Hi, I'm Mae.
And I'm Casper. And this is Graphite on Tape. On this podcast, we explore our different processes and mediums through conversation. We are both artists, both lesbians, married to each other.
And our first series is Exploring the Artist's Way, a 12-week course by Julia Cameron. Wanted to do the Artist's Way? Now is the time. This is an autonomous peer group. So please, join us each week on Mondays on our free tier on Patreon and listen along and reflect along with us on how it's been going and what you'd like to improve on. Recovering a sense of integrity. This week may find you grappling with changing self-definition. The essays, tasks, and exercises are designed to catapult you into productive introspection and integration of new self-awareness. This may be both very difficult and extremely exciting. Warning, do not skip the tool of reading deprivation.
How you feeling? How you feeling this week?
Week 4 sucked. I was having such a good day today. I made pumpkin pie and pumpkin pie cookies and some really good noodles, and I made a really great shepherd's pie last night. And I am now having to reflect on the beginning of this week, which sucked. And I just was kind of excited for it not to be this week anymore. And now here I am having to talk about it.
Oh, I feel that. I feel that. All right, so do we want to just get right into it and talk about what the fuck reading deprivation is before we get into the rest? Because I feel like that is kind of a major source of our suffering this week.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean, I think it might have been the source of my suffering for like 2 days or something like that. But like I was having a bad week before we even hardcore delved into reading deprivation. Like my artist date was horrible.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that?
Let's start with morning pages.
Okay, morning pages.
We did 6.5 out of 7, meaning we did 7 out of 7, but one of the morning pages was done later in the day.
One nighttime notes, yes.
And for me, it was afternoon afterthoughts.
Afterthoughts, got it.
Yeah, I had some afternoon afterthoughts. I worked 2 shifts this week, very last minute, as a teacher's assistant at the school I just graduated from. And I was able to sneak in a few minutes of writing during that time. So that's when I did my afternoon afterthoughts. Morning pages were fine this week. I felt a lot more annoying.
I did too.
And whiny and petulant.
I think we had more things to be whiny and petulant about this week, though.
Yeah, so I didn't feel so like, oh, this is great. I just kind of felt annoyed and frustrated, and like it made me, I don't know, roll my eyes at myself while I was writing them.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I was there a few times this week as well.
I did complete them all. I did do my 3 pages every day, you know, so it's not like I gave up on them. But I did not feel like they were as helpful as they usually are. And, you know, maybe in a few weeks from now, I'll be like, yes, they were, or something like that. But it's just not how I'm feeling today.
I have been finding my morning pages very comforting this week, especially with a week that has been so challenging, artist's way-wise. There was some ups, but there was a lot of downs this week. And not downs like, fuck this thing downs, but just like, there was a lot of hard stuff. There was a lot of hard stuff this week, so.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I think this week was also really hard because we are now at the 1-year mark for the genocide in Gaza, and the genocide has not slowed down, but it's expanded into Lebanon.
Yeah.
And seeing all of that, even in the reading deprivation, I want to be aware of what's going on.
Yeah, it's not something that we feel like we're not escaping that. We're also not like, we're not just ignoring that shit, because we gotta pay attention to that.
Yeah, we're still boycotting. There was also that hurricane.
Yes, the hurricane.
I just think that, you know, the climate catastrophe and all of the violence and everything is really, really draining for everyone. Like it's like collectively so bad for all of us.
Yeah, and I think it would be a mistake to attempt to pretend it's not happening.
This week was extra difficult because there's that reminder that like what the fuck are we doing as humanity?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I like to try and find hope. I like to try and find power and movement. But this week, I gotta say, I just felt like kind of hopeless and kind of like disillusioned and disheartened.
Yeah.
And I haven't yet found the anger that propels me into movement yet. I'm kind of sitting in the sads and the disappointment and the heartbreak. So that's another reason why this week has been tough.
Yeah, I think so.
So if you're also feeling that way, you're not alone. And if you had momentarily forgotten about feeling that way, and I have thrust you deep back into it,
welcome. Sit here with the difficult feelings because we gotta. They aren't going anywhere.
We had 2 mandatory exercises and then the tasks as well. Mm-hmm. And I did quite a few tasks.
Yeah, I did a few tasks myself.
Which ones did you do?
I did the time travel ones. So I did the one letter to yourself from when you're 80 and one letter to yourself when you're 8. And then I also did describe your ideal, like conditions and place, your ideal spot.
Okay, like to live?
To live or to create. It was sort of just like describe your ideal sort of situation.
Okay. I didn't do any of those ones.
Oh, nice.
So I'm kind of curious, when you were writing a letter to yourself in those 2 instances, what was different about like to 8-year-old you and from 80-year-old you?
It was kind of funny because I started with the letter from 80-year-old me. To be honest, I found both exercises very comforting. They were really nice. They felt a little silly at first when I was reading them. I'm like, just like make up a random letter from like 80-year-old you. It felt like a really great way to get out of your head and get a little bit silly, just enough to give yourself some really nice advice.
I see. Okay.
So it felt very productive in that way. I gotta say, this week I really liked the tasks. The tasks were not the source of my suffering this week. No, the tasks were really nice. It was the other stuff that got me down this week. But yeah, the letters, I just found the letter from when I was 80 was really nice because it was just reassurance. I felt like I spent the whole letter just reassuring myself that like, hey, you're still gonna be making art when you're 80. Like, you're gonna be here and you're still gonna be an artist. And it's gonna be really great. Like, don't even worry about it.
And how did that differ from writing yourself a letter at 8 years old?
8 years old was a little different because I felt like, you're writing to receive some clarity or receive some sort of like, oh my God, what was the word? Reassurance that everything is going to be okay. And then it felt even nicer to be able to take that energy and then pass it on to younger me.
So it was nice to write the one from 80-year-old you first for that reason.
Yes, exactly, because it felt like I got all that nice, warm, fuzzy energy, and then I just went, let's pass that down to 8-year-old me. It was nice to be able to write to 8-year-old me and be like, hey, you are so good, and you are so powerful, and you are so right about so many things, and you're gonna have awesome friends, and everything is gonna turn out okay. Don't you worry about any of this shit that you're worrying about right now. Because you're gonna be fine. None of these people that are causing you distress in this moment in time are going to be very big parts of your life.
Okay, so that was healing. So the tasks were healing for you this week. That's really nice.
The tasks were really healing for me, which is great. Because the reading deprivation made me want to tear all of my hair out. So tell me about your tasks.
So I did task number 5 and task number 10. Number 5 is a continuation of the life pie that I did in week 1. Mm-hmm. So again, I just drew that 6 sliced pie. Each slice has a word: work, romance, play, exercise, friends, or spirituality. And I just wrote a little dot in that pie slice, and wherever it was kind of indicated how solid those things are in my life. If it's close to the end, you've kind of got it down, and if it's close to the middle, then it needs work. And it has improved. Instead of looking like a triangle, my life pie looks a little bit more like a half circle. So I have like friends and spirituality to really work on, but I've seen some gains in romance and play and an exercise. So, not leaps and bounds, but some improvement.
Nice. Yeah, I felt a little bummed that I hadn't done the pie, and I almost considered going back into it doing it, but then those writing the letters felt more necessary.
Oh, yeah. No, I think, and you can always go back, like
Exactly.
at the end of the course, throughout the course, whenever. I also did 10, but I think I'll talk about 10 once we talk about reading deprivation.
Yeah.
Because task number 10 is about breaking reading deprivation, so.
Yeah. Do you want to talk, or do you want to get into the artist dates first, and then we'll talk about the other exercises?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about our artist date.
Do you want to go first?
I mean, I don't want to go at all.
I know, you had a hard time this week.
So I went on my artist date and I wanted to go and like buy myself a few little things in hopes that I would do a little bit more like fiber arts. So my plan was to drive to Value Village and get a few CDs and then look at their fabric or like tablecloth, section. But I didn't get as far as the tablecloths and the fabrics. I found 4 CDs that I'm very happy with. But the store was just really busy and like really overstimulating. And there was like one cache open and a huge long line. And I felt like I was just like surrounded by people and loud noises in a way that like, I don't know if anyone feels this way when like you're in a store and you just start to feel like claustrophobic because no one has any sense of personal space and people will just be like really close to you and like just to like get by you in an aisle and like, get around you and not even like say excuse me or whatever. And I just felt like kind of, I don't blame anyone really. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then there was like a bunch of people, like one of the cashiers, because they eventually opened a second cache. But I didn't go to that one because the cashier was like wet coughing all over the place.
Oh no.
And then multiple people in the store were like hacking along and I was just like, I'm already overstimulated and now I have to listen to people's bodily noises and I don't know, I'm just not down.
Yeah, you were having a rough time, huh?
Yeah, so then I got it back into the car and left there a little bit early and I was like, it's fine, there's probably some good sales on fabric at Fabricland. So I went to Fabricland next, but I just went at the wrong time of day and it was just really busy. So I was stuck in traffic for a really long time, which did not help me feel less overwhelmed.
Yeah, you had mentioned that driving had been a mistake.
Yeah, I shouldn't have driven. And by the time I was in Fabricland, I was just feeling drained. So I walked around and I looked at things and I tried to be like in the moment and like present. I tried just putting my AirPods in with the noise cancellation. That wasn't working.
Oh.
I tried listening to music. That wasn't helping. I like gave it a good 20 minutes in the Fabricland trying to like regulate myself and like get back into a headspace where I could be present and in the moment. And I just couldn't.
No. Yeah.
So I left without buying anything. And I was hoping to get patterns or some fabric and dream up some projects to do, but I just couldn't. So I went back in the car and of course the like 15-minute drive that it should have been was like 35 minutes.
Aww.
And by the time I got home, I was just like a bundle of tears.
Yeah. It was rough.
I was not having it and then I couldn't really cope the way that I wanted to, but we can get into that next. What was your artist date like?
So my artist date was also very, a little underwhelming, but I think also I at least learned something about myself, which was, I think sometimes the name of the game is not to have a good time, but a learning time. So I decided to take myself on a little walk and go to an art supply store and buy some new journals and some new pencils and charcoal. And I had a really hard time because I realized that like I really didn't feel good about spending the money on myself. I was just like second guessing everything, and that was also making me frustrated because I didn't really want to be in the store for a long time, but I kept kind of like, oh, I shouldn't get this. Oh, maybe I should get this. Oh, maybe like, even though if I had just gone in and gotten what I wanted to get, I would have been in and out of there, but I just found myself like, you don't deserve to spend this money on yourself. This is silly. And then I had to kind of talk myself down by being like, okay, like you gave yourself a budget when you came in here. None of these are taking you over your budget. And also you have spent more money on Uber Eats on a regular basis, especially if I can say it's like for somebody else. It's a lot easier for me to spend money. So I felt good that I like actually did get what I went there to get. Because I've done that before where I'll in my brain be like, I'm going to go get these things for myself, and I'll just like chicken out because I won't get through that process of you shouldn't get this, I should get this, I shouldn't get this. So I did not super eventful, but I feel like I learned some stuff, and I was very tired after my artist date. I felt mentally exhausted.
So yeah, like uneventful to downright terrible seems to be our scale for artist dates this week.
Yeah, but I'm glad we did them.
Yeah, and then because we had reading deprivation, which for this week we have to do 7 days, and we started it on Wednesday, so we have until Wednesday of no like newspapers, no books, no online articles. It also says no television, so we are stalking like Instagram Reels and like TikTok in there and YouTube. And essentially, we aren't allowed to do any of that for a week. And so when I came back from my artist date, my number one way to like self-soothe and cope is to watch a movie or a TV show to kind of get myself back into a different headspace, and I couldn't do that. So instead, I had to actually feel my feelings for however long it took me, and I hated it, but I did feel my feelings, and then I did cave, and I did watch Too Hot to Handle. And honestly, like I said in my second task of the week, I was kind of bored, and it kind of felt like blah, and I did not think it was worth breaking the reading deprivation to watch Too Hot to Handle, which if you don't know what Too Hot to Handle is, it's a reality TV show with a bunch of very conventionally attractive and thin people all stuck on an island, and they are not allowed to be sexual with each other. And it's their journey of learning how to like create meaningful relationships without sex. So not like your prime TV or anything really artistic and interesting. So the fact that I broke my reading deprivation with that, I don't know. I just felt kind of like, well, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Not the show, but just I thought that I'd feel a different way afterwards, and I didn't. I just kind of felt like blah. So it wasn't worth it.
I feel like I don't know about you, but I feel like I learned a lot, or I have so far learned a lot about myself in being deprived of reading in all of its forms.
Yeah, I mean, today I baked a whole pumpkin pie because I didn't have anything else to do. So I've gotten more done. I also wrote 2 children's books this week.
That's one thing I wanted to kind of call attention to, because like I know that you've had a hard week and I know that you had a really bad time, but you also have been extremely creative this week in a way that I haven't seen in a long time. So I just feel like you should be proud of yourself for that.
I'm trying.
I know you're trying.
I also broke my reading deprivation to watch Dance Academy on YouTube while I stretch before bed.
Yes.
I've given myself a pass for it because it's something that like fuels my inner artist and my inner child. It's something that I used to do when I was in high school and in like middle school, maybe. I can't remember exactly. But I used to watch YouTube and I used to stretch. And specifically, I watched Dance Academy on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I have been doing that as a practice to like reconnect with my childhood self and to, fuel them in some way.
Yeah.
So I decided that after a tantrum, I'm going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
And you know what's great is I get really, really excited for it at night now.
You do.
And I haven't missed it as often. There's a few days that I would skip it because I'd be just so tired or what have you. But I haven't been skipping it. So I think that being deprived of like video content in all of its forms has led to me being more precious with the video content that I do get to have in the evenings while I stretch.
Yeah, the reading deprivation and like really getting to understand the impact that my social media habits have on the amount of time that I have in the day. has been a pretty big one for me. And also just realizing that, like, I love reading, you know? I read a lot. I have a lot of books. I read, I read articles, I read, essays. Like, I'm really into reading. And so when I didn't have reading, I realized that I sometimes will just like mindlessly scroll on TikTok when like I could be reading something that I really enjoy, you know? So like you mentioned, it made you really appreciate the things that, really fueled you and really that you had appreciation for. That made me think about how like I sometimes just like lose hours to mindless scrolling that I feel tired after. Like I don't feel energized. Whereas like, when I think of like, spending time reading some of my favorite books or reading essays from some of my favorite authors or some of my favorite artists or thinkers, those actually make me feel like way better and they energize me. Mm-hmm. And so this reading deprivation so far it's really taught me a lot about my own sort of like numbing habits.
Yeah, and so you think after the reading deprivation, you're going to be itching to get back into a new book or reading those posts from a creator that you really like.
Yeah.
That offers a lot of artistic or intellectual like writing for you to read instead of the scrolling.
There's a really big difference between like intentional social media usage and just nothingness, just head empty, no thoughts, just scroll. We both functionally day to day use social media to get a lot of important information and information that is like good for our day to day.
Yeah, we got vaccinated this week.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have learned that we could get the new 2024 vaccine if we hadn't seen it on a post on Facebook.
Yeah. And so I found this week we did a lot of stuff this week that we normally, or that just like things that have been sitting, you fixed the speakers so that we could use our record player.
Yeah, I did do that, which I don't think I would have done if...
You could have been scrolling on the TikTok. And then we also, this week, went on a date and bought records. And it was so, so nice. It was so lovely. And I don't think we would have done that if we had both been allowed to just be scrolling away on social media.
Oh, for sure. I completely agree. I don't think I would have written 2 little children's books and edited them.
Yeah.
And thought up illustration concepts that I'd like to see bring the books to life.
Yeah.
There's been a lot that I've done.
I think there was a lot of movement this week, and I think that's maybe partially why this week has been so hard. Because, sometimes when you're in a process, like any kind of therapeutic process, you kind of have like little bit. I feel like this week was like a big, like a big step this week. So, very tiring.
Yeah, definitely. And I think because I'm so tired, it's hard to get some of the more ordinary, everyday, weekly things that I need to get done. Mm-hmm. Also, I do think, yes, we went on a date and got records. Yes, we've been listening to more records. Yes, I've been cooking more. But also, I don't think that in 1 week we have found ample replacements for our self-soothing and for our coping mechanisms and for our I'm tired and I need like something to do while tired and I want things to process in the background while I do something else with my brain. We don't have replacements for that. So I think that's why this week has sucked so much.
Yes.
Because I feel just exhausted and I just feel like it's been so much and I feel like I just want to turn my brain off and I have no idea how to do that.
I know. It is... that one is a little hard to reckon with. Do you want to talk about your other...
Yeah, let's talk about our exercise.
Yeah, let's talk about our exercise.
So for this exercise, there were 6 lists to create. So the first list was 5 hobbies that sound fun. Piano sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fishing sounds fun.
Sweet.
Miniature creation sounds fun, like those little tiny...
yes.
Like bookstores or libraries or art galleries or something, and they're really small.
Yes.
Dollhouse building.
Hells yeah.
Like doing a total interior design of an old dollhouse to like make it different.
That sounds fun.
And making dolls.
Ooh, making dolls.
Yeah, what were yours?
Mine were herbalism, gardening, reading, drawing, skating.
All right, what was the second one?
List 5 classes that sound fun.
Mine were acting class, an exercise class like Zumba or where you use drumsticks and hit the exercise balls.
Hells yeah.
Bird watching or identification.
Wonderful.
Pottery and photography.
Oh, nice.
What about you?
So mine were painting, sculpting, life drawing, printmaking, and herbalism again. Been thinking about herbalism a lot.
Gotcha. And then number 3 was 5 things that you would never do but sound fun.
Yes.
What were yours?
Okay, mine were skydiving, rock climbing, woodworking, taking apart a car.
Okay.
Or building a house.
Okay. Mine were rock climbing. Mm-hmm. Look at that. We did the same one there.
That's so fun.
Being on a reality TV show.
Oh my God, yeah.
Being a dog trainer.
Oh fuck yeah.
Owning a dance studio.
Yes.
And racing cars.
Oh, you'd be so good at that too.
All right, what's number 4?
List 5 skills that would be fun to have.
Okay, mine are a car mechanic, being able to make electronics like microphones or any kind of like outboard gear for audio. So like audio electronics creation.
Sick.
Electric wiring skills like electrician. Mm-hmm. Being able to do stunts.
Oh my God, yes.
Like for a movie or something. And being able to see any item of clothing and just recreate it for myself on my own.
Yeah, like getting so good at pattern making that you can just like look at a piece of clothing and be like, I know how to make a pattern for that.
Yeah.
That's sick. Do you want to hear mine?
100% I do.
You know what's really funny?
What?
We have a lot of the same ones.
That's funny. Go for it. Tell me.
So first one for me is carpentry, and then I have electrician, and then I have car mechanic, and then herbalism again because the brain has been on the herbs recently, and tattooing.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, 5. List 5 things you used to enjoy doing.
Playing pretend with toys, like with Barbies or Polly Pockets or Littlest Pet Shop. Picking clovers on a lawn, just like sitting forever and picking clovers, trying to find a 4-leaf. Writing short stories and novels. I've never finished a novel. I don't want to give people the wrong impression. But I have started many when I was a child.
Nice.
Making up plays, like a script but unscripted, but scripted but not written.
I love it.
And making jewelry.
Oh, fun. You used to make jewelry?
Yeah, like sometimes baking little clay pieces.
Yeah.
And then like making them little beads and making a bracelet or weaving embroidery.
Cute.
Embroidery floss and creating a friendship bracelet.
I love that.
What were yours?
All right, so 5 things I used to enjoy doing. I used to enjoy collecting toy horses. I was really into horseback riding. I used to enjoy yoga. I used to do a lot of figure skating. Going to Toronto.
So number 6, list 5 silly things you would like to try once. I have making slime,
Making slime, I love it.
dye my leg hair, make a really fancy cake, just once,
Oh, yeah.
just really fancy.
Yeah, so fancy. Let's do it.
Like outrageous.
Yeah.
Decorate the interior of the car.
Yes.
And this one lived as 2 different things.
Okay.
First, it was a spontaneous vacation,
Ooh, yeah.
but that's not silly.
No, that's not silly. That's
So
spontaneous.
I changed it to audition for something spontaneously.
Oh, just go?
Just go.
That's a little silly. I
Yeah.
love it.
What's 6 for you?
Okay, so 5 silly things I would like to try once. Juggling.
Juggling all that you have now isn't enough.
The complex life juggling's not enough. You gotta actually throw shit around. Hammocking. Makeup. You know the people who do like really intense like goth glam makeup. Old school like 80s goth glam makeup. Oh, boot customizing.
Ooh, neat.
Yeah, and studying all of my clothes.
All of them.
All of them.
You truly could only do that once.
Yeah, I know, that'd be it.
Yeah, that was neat. I liked that exercise. Here we are at the end of week 4, and here we are at the end of episode 4.
We made it.
So please join us for the check-in questions in the comment section of this post on the free tier on Patreon. Also, if you are a free tier or a paid tier member, you can go to your membership tab and you can actually connect your Spotify and be able to listen to our podcasts on Spotify now. Number 1, how many days this week did you do your morning pages? How was the experience for you? Number 2, did you do your artist date this week? What did you do? How did it feel? Number 3, did you experience any synchronicity this week? What was it? Number 4, were there any other issues this week that you consider significant to your recovery? Describe them. So join us next Monday for week 5, and I hope you all get through week 4 all right and feeling relatively okay.
Yeah, please do reach out in the comments or just reach out to us directly, because like this week was hard, and if you're finding it really hard, lean on us. We're here.
All right, we'll see everybody next week.
All right, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.